Hey guys, before we get going, I want to give a quick shout out to a good friend of mine. I want to make sure you go check out his YouTube video. He is in the Discord server every day. He's in there pretty much 24/7 helping everybody out. He is trying to get his YouTube channel monetized. He needs just a few more hours of views. So if you could go into his channel, smash that subscribe button, watch all of his videos. I mean, his videos, I will admit, are much better than mine. The production quality is so much better. He not only talks about options trades like we do on this channel, but he also talks about other forms of personal finance like real estate investing. So make sure you check his channel out because you will not regret it. And I'm going to leave the link in the description below. Hey guys, how's it going? Solo here. Just another quick plug for the Discord server. We have been live now for just about 2 days. We have a bunch of people in there. We are live chatting pretty much 24/7, especially during market hours, bouncing ideas off one another, helping each other out and how to manage our trades or maybe roll into or roll out of positions. So if you're not in there already, make sure you get in there. There's actually only one spot left for our most popular tier. So if you're going to miss out, you're going to miss out. Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back here with another monthly update video. I know a lot of people keep asking in my YouTube comments, hey, why don't you post an update to your portfolio value? And basically I post weekly update videos, but I also post monthly update videos where I kind of do a summary of all of my trades that I played for that month. And then obviously what everybody wants to know is what my overall profit or loss was for that whole month. So I'm a little bit overdue for the month of August, but August ended in the beginning of this week. So I was gonna wait until this weekend to give you a summary of my plays for the month of August. So as you can see, this is my rather basic Excel spreadsheet that I just keep to keep track of my plays for the month. And just looking at this, I made a few trades. I made about 14 trades, mostly on Space Virgin Galactic. I traded some Activision, traded some ANV, traded some silver, and I actually traded my first put credit spread on Tesla of all stocks. As you can see, thankfully, August was a good month for me. They were all winners. I did not take a loss, thankfully, on any options trade. So just taking a look at the profit losses, they range from taco money from $2 to $260, which was my Tesla put credit spread. So very fortunate on that play. So I started the month of August. On August 1st, my portfolio was valued at $28,005.56. And on Monday, August 31st, my portfolio value was $28,712.56. So that means, as you can see here in the top right corner, my total monthly profit for the month of August was $707. And if you divide that by the $28,556 where my portfolio was on the first of the month, that means my percent gain for the month overall was 2.52%, which I am very happy about. I think I made great trades. I think they were relatively safe plays. I thought they were well thought out plays, if I do so say myself. And I mean, 2.52% a month is nothing to be sorry about, because 2.52, if I can do that routinely every month for a year without even taking into account compounding, that would equate to over a 30% return on your capital for a year if you can do that consistently. So very happy with those gains. As you can see, all of my options are closed. I was assigned shares of Space at the beginning of August. And if you're following my videos, you know I am actually still bag holding those shares. So I actually still own these 200 shares of Virgin Galactic that I was assigned on August 7th. But as you can see by my trades, I've been selling covered calls them along the way, and I am continuing to sell covered calls them. Actually, just yesterday at the end of the day, I made another $62 in total premium off my 2 covered calls that I sold at my cost basis of $19. So I'm pretty happy about that. The other things to note here, I sold the put credit spread that I said was my first ever put credit spread, and I sold it on Tesla. The strikes were $5 worth apart, so my max loss was actually $500 on that trade, and my max profit was $130, and I sold 2 of those contracts. So I opened 2 of those put credit spreads, I should say. So that means I gained a total premium because I let both of those credit spreads expire so that I could collect max profit. I earned $260 in max profit divided by a total risk of $1,000 because it's $500 per spread, and I sold 2 spreads. So that's how I came to a conclusion of a 26% return on my risk or return on my capital. The other thing to note, you can see most of my trades were weeklies. I basically opened them on Monday or Tuesday maybe and held them until Friday for max profit at end of day Friday. Some of them were a little bit over a week. For example, this AMD put, I actually sold the Friday for the following Friday, so that's why it says days held 8. Another thing to note, you can see mostly I'm selling 1 or 2 contracts per trade. I did get a little bit crazy here by selling 10 contracts of Virgin Galactic for some taco money at $2 a contract each. Another interesting thing looking back at my trades here, you can see at my AMD trade, I sold that put at a 73 strike price, and AMD right now has been trading in the 80s, even as high as 90 at one point in the recent days. So just goes to show you how much AMD has really moved in about a month or less. Other interesting things, space has still been kind of fluctuating in the 18, 19 or less range for about a month now. So I'm hoping for a breakout at some point so I can get my shares called away and stop bag holding my 200 shares of Virgin Galactic. The nice thing though is that Virgin Galactic, it hasn't dropped too much. So I'm not that far out of the money for my covered calls. I'm still able to collect decent premiums, and I still have, I think, a good chance of having my shares called away at some point in the near future. Activision Blizzard, I sold all 3 of these puts during earnings, and that was my first time, and actually right now my only time, playing Activision Blizzard. So I wanted to play it safe because the first time I always play a ticker, I always play it a little bit extra safe than usual because you just don't know how the stock moves unless you really keep an eye on it or have experience with it. So I've never even really looked or had ATVI on my watch list, but with the video games coming out and the success, I figured they would have good earnings. And also the stock graph for ATVI was kind of a diagonal line straight up to the top and the right. So I suspected that they were going to have good earnings, and also I was bullish on this short term. So I wanted to sell some cash good puts on them to kind of play a bullish trade, but also a safe bullish trade because I played them, as you can see, relatively risky, but the return on risk is only high because premiums were inflated because of earnings. So I still consider them to be relatively safe plays. And you can see I kind of spread out the strikes at 76, 77, and 78 so that if I did get assigned, or if ATVI did drop, maybe I would only get assigned 1 or 2 of these contracts, or if I did get assigned all 3, at least I could average the price down to an average of 77, as opposed to, let's say, getting 300 shares assigned at 78. So that was one of the ways I kind of hedged and played a little bit safer than maybe some of the other stocks that I have more experience with, such as AMD. But looking back at the month, just kind of reflecting on my trades, I played a lot of tech stocks. I mean, space, if you consider that a tech company, AMD, Tesla, Activision Blizzard was a video game company, but I played that because of earnings, so that was more of an earnings play. I traded silver, which I did pretty well on, because again, now that the dollar is getting inflated, silver and gold is thought to be a hedge against inflation, so people are pouring into the commodities there. But yeah, I mean, overall, uneventful month of August, which is fine by me, as long as it's profitable. Profit is profit. Let me know in the YouTube comments below what kind of gains you received for the month of August. Let me know how you're doing so far. If you're not in our Discord server already, you are definitely missing out. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the Discord server or in the YouTube comments below. And as always, happy trading.